Hey guys, been a little while since I've put a video out on this channel. I've got quite a few videos that I'll be doing actually on a TikTok mass reposting bot that we've built out, and how we kind of have that functioning. And as well, I spent about 3 months on a project for a dating app bot for a Bumble bot, so I'll make another video on that as well. Um, but here today, I'm showing you something that I've really wanted to build out for a while. And this is a mobile application that functions to kind of reduce the human input when it comes to managing your agency, to really like allow your creators to get all the information that they need and to basically perform their job as well as possible, so they make as much money as possible, and in turn you make as much money as possible. In my opinion, like the way that all agencies are structured at the moment, it's fine, but we also have something going on in the industry where like the average is now people will be charging up to like 70%, 75%, in some cases even more, simply because of like how hands-on most agencies are, and like the requirements, when you add everything up, like the chatting, management of the model, post scheduling, collecting content from the model, overseeing all of this stuff. There are expenses there. You have to pay salaries and you have to get teams to do it. So what I've been working on building out is kind of a technology first agency. So I would actually describe this as more of like a software company, or it's an OnlyFans agency that's built on top of software. So it's like predominantly based on software. The only human interaction in this is account managers for like the communication aspect of things, although this has got AI built into it for supporting creators where it's possible. And then the only other aspect that has like human interaction is on finding high quality TikToks, and as well on the chatting. Still, the chatting is still being done by humans. But anyway, I'll just walk you through like what I've built on kind of like the use cases here and how this all ties in together. So here we have like a basic interface, an old picture of me there, the best looking model in the agency. Welcome back, Nathan. And here we have like an interface that shows off the activity that the creator has done today. Currently, our primary focus is on TikTok, as it has been for the past year and a half, but kind of now so like more than ever. And so we have kind of like dialed in a very good strategy on TikTok that we're able to kind of replicate, which is what we're trying to do now. The reason that I built this app is to allow us to kind of scale and work with more creators than we ever did in the past. So here we have a progress bar. All of this updates automatically. This tracks how many TikTok posts a creator has done today, and this tracks how many they've done over the past 7 days. Down here they have an account summary. Again, this is just dummy accounts. It's just dummy data for myself. But this tracks the total number of accounts that a creator has assigned to them. We track how many of them are very high quality accounts. So we have our own systems and metrics that will automatically give a rating to the account based on a number of different variables: average number of views the account is receiving, time since, just a number of different variables are basically rating the quality of an account. Keep posting simply means that we haven't gathered enough data yet to determine if this is a good account or not. And then finally, if an account isn't performing well, in a lot of cases, it's worth just kind of deleting or logging out of the account. Maybe you want to come back to it at a later date. I think, as a lot of people have discovered now, TikTok in itself, you can kind of have like a foundational understanding of TikTok, but there are still a lot of things where TikTok just doesn't make sense, and an account may not be performing well for one reason or another. Could be IP address, could be device, could be whatever. It could just be TikTok doesn't like your content and it was flagged for whatever reason. But in a lot of cases, it's really just worth logging out of the account and making a new one if it's a new account. And again, this is all done automatically. Down here, we have our analytics. So this gives the creator an overview of their average views for the past 3 days, past 7 days, past 14 days, and past 30 days. So they have an idea of what's going on. And then down here, we kind of have some vanity metrics is really what they are. Highest viewed video this month. So what is the highest viewed, like, you know, 1 million views or whatever, that gets put down there. Because I do think it's good to have like a reminder of your accomplishments. Maybe if you're having a bad day, TikTok can be a little bit up and down at times, although over the long term, definitely more up. But still, sometimes it's good just to see, like, you know, your motivation and to still see some numbers going up. So yeah, just some kind of gamification in there. Down here, we have the TikTok accounts. Now, these are, again, just fake accounts. Like you can see, I've just put dummy data in. But if it's a real account, it will actually grab the profile picture and chuck it in there. Again, all done automatically. We also track the followers and everything that's taking place as well, and explain a video from me for the models on how to use this system. And they can also click into an account and they have all of the analytics of what's going on with the account. What is the current status? Does it have an Instagram added in the bio? How many posts has it done today, yesterday, 3 days, 14 days? And I will also add the average views in there as well. We check these accounts every hour or so. So if a creator's, for whatever reason, wanted to manually update the following, they can press that button and it will trigger our bot to go and check the account and update all of the statistics here. Then we can come back down, and if a creator has created a new TikTok account, they can literally just press here. Sorry, I've got it's in testing mode. They can press here and they can add it in via the form, and it will appear in this queue. So again, this is really what I'm focused on at the moment, is systemizing and building out almost like a self-service portal where I'll go on to how we continue to deliver value as well. But really the purpose of this is to empower the creator as much as possible, to give them a system and a framework that they can follow to make as much money as possible, as quickly as possible. Over here, this is where it really starts to get interesting. So my account is currently in a trial mode. So you can see that I've got 3 example TikTok videos here. Currently, we are heavily invested in mass scraping of TikTok accounts. So I did make a video on this a little while ago. However, I have far elaborated on the entire system that we have built out here. Currently, we're scraping, it's about 12,000 OnlyFans creators per day. So we have 12,000 TikTok profiles of OnlyFans creators specifically. That number increases every day as it's a self-sufficient system. Our bot will literally go out and find new OnlyFans creators. And we then go through and we are doing large-scale data analysis. On those 12,000 OnlyFans creators, we are scraping all of their posts. So every single day, because we analyze their last 30 posts, plus we're analyzing a ton of other accounts as well. We are analyzing hundreds of thousands of different data points every single day, as well as sounds, to understand what are the best performing videos on TikTok at the moment. And we literally put those straight in front of our creator in a queue like this. So just to walk you through it, down here we have a virality score. This is rated as 25, which is exceedingly high. It's not on a scale of like 1 to 100, but essentially anything over 8 would be considered extremely good. So this is a very high quality video. The caption is here, and as well we have the posted date, and they can just press here to view the TikTok. If they find that a video isn't relevant to them, for example, if a video needs twerking or something and they're not willing to perform a certain type of content, they can just click report video and it will ask them why. And the purpose of this is for us to build up a database on, or to understand the preferences of each of our creators, so that we can kind of tailor this feed to each creator, and so they're able to, so that we're sending the most relevant content to them as fast as possible. Like if we know that they're not willing to copy a particular creator because they've got a different body type or whatever it may be, we can personalize that to each creator on an individual level. Sorry, that was my settings. So just refresh this. So I can then come and I'll just say a few other things as well. So I've added in like posted date filtering. So let's say that this is all very up-to-date TikToks, by the way. So they can pick perhaps the most recent TikToks. If they want to make TikToks that were made in the past 3 days, they can just check those filters and it will show them the content that they're interested in, the most recent videos. And I'm also adding like categorization filtering, so they can add in like, is this a Latina creator, for example, so that they can replicate the content as closely as possible. Then if we come and click into it, I've done a few different things here. So number one, there's a QR code because a lot of our creators have multiple devices. So let's say that they're logged into our dashboard on their main phone. They can then go and scan this QR code from their second device rather than needing to worry about how can they copy this link over and open it on their second phone. Again, just some basic information here: play count, comments, follow to views ratio, QR code, account username. I need to add my video up there, and then they can also do, once they have created the TikTok, they can click here and it will show me all of my TikToks, and I can say I posted it on this account, submit that, and it will then take me back, and then that is sent over automatically to our script in this case that will go and check that profile and check was it posted, how many views did it get, how many comments did it get, and we can analyze how well that performed for our each of our individual creators. Finally, what I am taking over as well is managing content requests as well. So for this, we use a tool called Content Snare. It's an extremely good tool, and you can essentially build out and systemize all of the content requests that you have. If you really think about the type of content you're requesting for the OnlyFans page, for example, your scripts can remain consistent from one creator to another. You may want to do a few personal ones here and there, but we can honestly say that like 80% of them can kind of be repurposed as the content remains the same, and maybe you want to change the actual wording in the script. So we have kind of built out and systemized everything into this tool, and every single week we send over requests to our creators for all of the content that we need for the OnlyFans feed, for the TikTok profiles, for the social media profiles, for stories, for a few other strategies that we're doing that I won't get into right now. And from our app, they can come in here and they can see their open content request, and here it says awaiting completion. All of these tools are synced up together, by the way. I hope that that's kind of clear by now. So when they open that, once they go and complete the content request, it will sync back over to here and it will disappear from their app and it will mark as completed. The other thing that I've added on is kind of live chat, which I haven't turned on right now. However, I just feel that there can be like a ton of improvements rather than like the base that we have now, which is to work from, a lot of people are working from Telegram, and these groups are really kind of quite messy. What I have, in fact, I'll go into it. So this is Intercom for any of you who aren't familiar with it. This is a tool that I actually built, or not myself personally, but it's the tool that my last company used in our social media marketing agency to deal with all incoming chats. It's extremely good, just it is very expensive, particularly when using at scale. They charge you on like a per user basis, and we used to use it for dealing with all of our incoming website visitors, and we were getting quite a lot of traffic. However, if you're running an OnlyFans agency and using it just for like internal communication for your models, it's significantly cheaper. They've got a load of like add-ons and tools like AI conversation resolving and all this type of stuff that it adds up still. But for me, it's like a worthwhile expense. So now what we can have here is our models have a way to communicate with us without having to use separate apps, without having to download Telegram, which a lot of girls, unless they're from Eastern Europe, just don't really use. It's literally just a live chat built into our application on our website. And just to walk you through a couple of the things that we've done, on the right hand side here, we have all of like the key information of our of the models. So nobody needs to go and check on specific accounts specific usernames, how many views did they get, how many posts have they done today, everything is synced over automatically. There's two-way syncing between Intercom and between our backend database. So here we have, like, they know who they're talking to. In this case, it's me. Has the contract been signed? Have we done KYC on the model? So have we verified their identity to make sure it's a real person? How many TikTok accounts do they have? How many views did they get today? How many views did they get 3 days, 7 days, 14 days? How many posts did they do today? Post 3 days, so on. So all of the information that they possibly need is in here. Intercom also has a very easy way to do, in fact, you can do a ton of different stuff. I've not even set everything up. You can see AI Assist here. They also have macros, so you can put in like template replies. So you're literally using a customer service tool as a way of engaging with your creators, but I think this is just a much, much smarter way of managing communication. The entire conversation history is there as well. You no longer have to worry about using kind of groups and so on. I can see all the activity of that creator today without even needing to talk to them. I can also add in automated messages, automated emails triggered, kind of like we would see in email marketing sequences, where if X event hasn't happened, if there hasn't been a TikTok posted today, I can trigger an automated email or an automated in-app message just checking in saying, hey, how are you? Just checking everything's okay. Is there anything that you need from us? Here, you can also create different segments. So again, this is just like an email marketing tool. We have active and new because I'm a new client and currently I'm onboarding. The contract needs to be sent. By the way, this is all done automatically, and onboarding needs KYC. So I will just walk you back into the app as well and show you how we do automated onboarding. Okay, and then from our onboarding page, so we have like basically a highlight of what's included in our contract. Just to be kind of very transparent, I want to put out like the key points there so that there's no just so that someone doesn't have to go and read through every detail. I just think it's an easier thing to do. And this is just like video explainers, by the way, of just me giving a highlight of what it is that we're currently focused on, how we're managing creators, how it is they interact with the dashboard. And then when someone wants to sign up, they literally just fill out this KYC form, which we're currently doing now. It's a know your client form. As we're handling finances, but also just if people, everyone's seen what's going on currently, it's just to make sure, kind of protect yourself from any like future legal claims that someone could say that you were growing their page without their permission. Without their permission, sorry. This is just an added layer of security to do identity verification. So we have added this in as well. Once this is submitted, a contract is automatically sent out to the creator. And then as soon as the contract is signed, they are automatically sent their first content requests that we went over already. That are added in here. We collect the credentials, and straight away they're given instructions on how to start working with our content feed and start making TikToks. And so our main focus right now is on TikTok. So just like as an agency, to give you a quick rundown, we're very focused on having creators generate a lot of unique content for us. So we set a target of doing 60 TikToks per day for each of our creators. We have some creators doing way more than that, by the way, doing 130 to 140 organic, unique TikToks per day. So it's very much possible. And that's not me talking about reposting. That is me talking about a creator using multiple phones and recording a lot of TikToks, and it's driving very, very good results for us because we're investing so much time and energy into finding very high quality TikToks for them to make. On top of that, we're also very focused on reposting at the moment. So we have essentially we have the infrastructure. I think everyone knows that by now. We have the infrastructure in terms of mobile devices, and I've said it countless times. I'm also based in Georgia in Eastern Europe, where labor is far, far cheaper than the Western world, and also cheaper than the Philippines. In most cases, we can hire for about $300 to $400 per month here, full-time staff who can do TikTok reposting for us. So for each of our creators, the way that we've kind of structured this is when a new creator is onboarded, the first thing that we're doing is we're simply checking how committed they are. And that is it's just so important to do, because there have been countless times where we've invested time in setting up TikTok accounts for them, setting up our reposting farms, getting all the devices ready, hiring staff to do it, and then we just simply find out a creator isn't committed. They find out it's not for them, which is absolutely fine. We've just learned over the years it's better to find that out beforehand. So now what we currently do is, you see we have like a very streamlined automated onboarding process. A creator can literally onboard themselves. That is the whole purpose of this. So right now we kind of have a doors open policy to every single creator who is looking for management. They're able to join us, onboard themselves. We will send them TikToks to create, and all we are literally monitoring is, do they have the work ethic? Are they willing to create the TikToks and put in the work to make it happen? If after a week we see that they are consistently making TikToks, that is when we go straight in and we start setting up accounts for them, doing reposting. We do reposting both on TikTok and on Instagram Reels. We've built out a very elaborate system for this, but I'll save that for another video, for the next video. But we've spent a lot of time working on this in terms of generating completely unique content. You hear people talking about wiping metadata and doing that. Just by the way, you shouldn't wipe the metadata because it's unnatural for a video file to have no metadata. You should be editing and manipulating the metadata, which is exactly what we're doing. We are impersonating other mobile devices that are being reposted on. But anyway, enough on that. For every creator that we have, the main value that we are currently delivering, we're not working on loads of different platforms. I've mentioned this countless times, but I prefer to focus on one or two platforms and do them exceedingly well. Once you solve the traffic problem, like most people haven't scaled as much as they can do on one platform. They haven't figured out TikTok or anything like that, but they're trying to cover 7 or 8 different platforms, and that's why they don't make money. The platform that we find that is easiest, drives the most consistent results, and has potential to make the most money is TikTok, which is why we're all in on it. So we've invested a lot of time and energy in building out a very extensive TikTok trend finder to find us both trending sounds and trending videos. These are then given to the creator, completely removing any friction, which is what allows our creators to be able to generate so many TikToks per day. Essentially, they without sounding bad, they really don't need to think about what they need to create, because we just put everything in front of them. So there's no kind of time delay in terms of finding a new TikTok to create, or looking for another creator, or looking at, is this a good TikTok or not? No, they can have faith that we have invested a ton of time and energy, which we have done, and our team has done as well, into finding the best TikToks. And literally it's a case of replicating them one-to-one, churning out content. And once our creators have made that content, our team, again, this is all systemized, all processes are completely down. Our team then automatically gets that content. We set up devices, we warm up TikTok accounts for them, and we repost their unique content, the highest performing content that our creators have had. We re-upload it onto other accounts. And the way that works is, let's say that our creator is based in France, or even in the US, for example. We will download all of their content and we will republish it onto accounts that are spread throughout the world. So we target essentially every major country in Western Europe, as well as Australia, Singapore. We were testing a little bit in Japan, but not seeing the best results. But we're able to distribute them in 20 to 25 extremely high quality countries. If you're wondering how much this scales, with our largest creator, we have about 500 accounts reposting for them, just to give you some idea. Of course, if we take on a new creator, we're not going to set up 500 accounts for them straight away. It's very much a process of building trust. We just need to see that they're able to kind of put in the work. And of course, as long as they're creating TikToks for us, because this strategy does very much rely on new content coming in, so it can be given to our team to handle the reposting. If the model stops creating content, of course, we can do things like CapCut, and we can also adjust. We can edit the pictures, edit the videos to be treated as unique content. But eventually, these are all up-to-date trends. These are all within the past 14 days. Eventually, the content does become outdated, and then the only thing that you can really do is, I mean, we have been, I won't get into it now, but we've been doing some stuff with AI, which has been quite interesting. But the only thing you can really do is like CapCut stuff. Like you're not playing at the highest level. There's ways you can work around it, but I would still say that having a creator there for you, making new trends for you every single day is a very good strategy. The other thing that you'll notice is, as I've said, I've kind of left the doors completely open, and it's also because my belief is that it doesn't really come down to a creator's looks. Well, in some cases, in fact, the kind of more specific looks, I think, as people know, and I don't mean in terms of beauty, I mean in terms of being in a particular niche and having like a very unique look that separates you out from everyone else can make you perform extremely well. But I literally prioritize work ethic over everything else. I think it's very hard to work with unmotivated creators, which is why I literally will not even look at the applications of creators that are coming in terms of their photos. For me, it's all about work ethic. If a creator is willing to put in the work, I personally don't believe there's any reason that you cannot make money. There will be a difference between can someone become a 100K per month creator or a 250K per month creator. Yes, at that point, it definitely becomes more of a factor. But if we're talking about where realistically most creators want to be, which is in the 10 to 50K per month, in that range, I literally believe it's all about work ethic. It may become slightly easier for like with very specific looks. For example, a very young girl with big natural boobs always performs very well on TikTok. It's just insane, but that doesn't mean that any other creator can't kind of get there. So yeah, this is I think that this is the direction that the industry is going to go in, with more people kind of looking at building out internal, at least the bigger agencies anyway, looking at building out like more internal dashboards and kind of management systems and things like this, because this really does like empower the creator to be able to do everything that they need to, and it also removes a ton of workload off of us as an agency in terms of the communication and management, that it meant that we're able to reduce our fees. So yeah, that's kind of an overview from me. Like I said, in the next videos coming out, I'll go a bit more into our TikTok reposting strategy and what we're doing there, because we've spent a while kind of perfecting that again. We run both a manual team and we also have bots that are running on iPhones. I think most people will never have come across anything like this before. So I will, when I have some time, I'll get around to recording that in the next video. Anyway, I hope this was insightful and useful and gives you some inspiration, perhaps how you can apply this or simplify some of the processes in your agency.